Hi.
Hi, Madison. Do you mind if I come in and ask you 37 questions?
Not at all. Come on in. Welcome.
What are you up to this afternoon?
Actually, I'm baking some cookies.
Are you a more coffee or tea type of gal?
I'm definitely a tea girl. Chai lattes are my favorite.
What was your childhood like?
It was really nostalgic. I grew up on a farm out here and with my friends, and we just were outside every single day, all day. So it was great.
What was your childhood dream job?
I really wanted to be a singer, which I think was inspired by American Idol, or a teacher.
When you were younger, did you ever think you would be in the ministry?
No, not at all. I was baptized at 15, so at the time I was just focused on trying to be a disciple in high school.
What was the first scripture you ever memorized?
Probably Philippians 2:14, thank you, Mom, that says, don't do anything, grumbling or complaining.
What is your all-time favorite scripture?
Isaiah 43, the whole chapter.
What helped you want to be a disciple growing up in a church?
Relationships, especially with the sisters in the church. They just really loved me into the kingdom.
What sports did you play in high school?
I did equestrian and volleyball.
What has been something you consistently pray for?
Humility and wisdom every single day.
Which of the women in the Bible inspires you the most?
Ruth, her humility and submission are so inspiring.
If you could live in any other country other than the U.S., where would you choose to live?
Definitely Germany. Let me just put these in the oven.
Okay.
Do you want to sit down?
Sure.
Okay.
How did you first get involved in the ministry?
Well, Joey and I were in the campus ministry here and supported that. And then we were in the marrieds ministry after we got married. And then we were asked to lead the Bend church planting that's coming up this summer.
What are the most challenging parts of ministry?
Having to say the hard things.
What are the most fulfilling?
The relationships, just building deep relationships with women and helping them fall in love with God.
What are 3 things no one tells you about ministry?
Learn to love correction. It's not about you. And behind every lesson, for me, there are hours of prayer and preparation.
What's the most inspiring thing you have seen?
Getting to baptize my little brother.
What is your favorite trait of Jesus?
His humility and his meekness.
What spiritual books have helped you the most?
I love The Quest for Meekness and Quietness of Spirit, and I also love The Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown.
What is your favorite worship song?
Come Thou Fount. I cry every time.
What mature women have the biggest influence in your life?
All the women in my family, especially my mom and my grandma, and also I'd say Cheryl Boyd and Roxanne Reitman and Renee Lougheed have all been spiritual mamas to me.
What activity makes you feel close to God?
Well, I love to get up early and actually sit here and watch the sunrise with him right out here.
Beautiful.
It's raining now, but...
How do you feel about planting a church in Bend, Oregon this June?
Intimidated and humbled and also called.
What inspired you to start a YouTube channel about women's ministry?
Well, on this journey with ministry, I just found that there was not a lot of resources online for women that were done by women, for women, about women's ministry. So I just felt inspired to get something started.
How did you and your husband first meet?
We met his first day on campus at the University of Oregon.
What's your favorite meal?
I love grilled vegetables. Actually, I should tidy up before dinner.
What is your ultimate vacation?
I love camping, so just a weekend in the woods with my husband is perfect.
What are your strengths?
Besides my dance skills?
What is your biggest fear in moving to Bend?
Honestly, failure. Just feeling like I'll let people down. Really scary.
Do you have any advice you'd give to women?
Stay as vulnerable as you can.
What are some of your go-to scriptures?
I love John chapter 3, verse 30, when John says, he must become greater and I must become less.
What has the process of building a mission team been like?
It's been a great learning lesson for sure, and it's really taught me to rely on God completely.
What advice would you give to young wives?
Spend lots of time with your husband.
What inspired you to become a grief recovery specialist?
Actually, my own past losses in my life. I have my own significant loss, and just seeing the way that affected my life and really wanting to help other people find freedom from the pain that follows grief.
What does your day normally look like?
Well, actually, I work from home, so I usually get up around 6 on a good day and spend some time with God, pray with my husband, and then I work here as the church administrator for the church in Eugene and the house churches. And then in the afternoons, I have Bible studies and grief recovery meetings and phone calls and mission team building times, stuff like that, and just regular church schedule.
Well, my last question, what is your favorite thing about God?
How patient he is with me.
Well, thank you so much, Madison, for letting me into your home.
Of course. Thank you for coming. It was great having you over.
Thank you. Enjoy your dinner.
Thanks. Bye.